Parenting in the ocean is extremely rare. Most marine animals avoid it altogether, leaving their young to survive on their own. However, some of the animals that do take on a challenge have some of the most remarkable parenting strategies on Earth. In just 6 weeks, this newborn humpback whale calf must leave these nursery waters of Hawaii on a 4,800-kilometer migration to its feeding grounds in the Arctic. For that, it will need to be strong. Twirling at the surface where it develops muscle strength and diving ability. Before then, this 900-kilogram calf must double its weight while drinking 2,000 liters of its mother's fat-rich milk. But the milk supply is short limit. Until its mother reaches the feeding grounds, she is fasting. Humpback calves make such demand on their mothers that they can only raise one every 2 to 3 years. If the calf is ready for the migration, then what the both need now is to be left in peace. But here, the breeding season and the mating season coincide, and that spells trouble. Male humpbacks will pursue any females, even ones that are still nursing and can't get pregnant. These 3,500-kilogram males, fired up with testosterone, pose a serious threat to any calf that gets caught up in the chase. As the male tries to outrun the males, the calf essentially stays as close to her as possible to avoid being separated and lost. As more and more males join in the chase, the move becomes even more aggressive. Now, there's even more chance of the cow being injured by crushing bodies and flashing tails. Eventually, the most come preoccupied with finding each other, that's for the calf and the mom to escape. Even if a calf gets away unharmed, the ordeal can leave it exhausted. The dangers from the breeding season will only grow in intensity, and some calves become so weakened that they're unable to survive the coming migration. There are many ways parents can help out animals in the ocean. One is to have an ingenious ways of doing so. A female boxer crab attached to her underside is a brood of over 1,000 eggs. Her challenge is to keep them safe until they hatch, while keeping herself well fed. So like any good parent, she's come prepared. On her claws are live anemones that she's collected from the reef around her. The anemones fetch their food from the surrounding waters, which the female crab has collected for herself. It's an ingenious way to keep it energized while looking after young. But it's not without risk. To catch the food she needs, she takes her anemones out in the open. A cuttlefish, a cunning predator that pounces on the unprepared. Exposed and alone, she is a sitting crab. But she isn't defenseless. Her anemones have venomous stings that can deter most predators. A very effective weapon for a mother in need of protection. In fact, her enemies are such good tools that they are highly prized in the crab community. And this mother has a jealous rival. Empty-clawed, her opponent would do anything to secure her own anemone. She isn't going to surrender them without a fight. Overpowered, the winner loses one of her anemone. The battle leaves her exhausted and invulnerable. She will need to lie low. Because this supermom has another trick. Slowly and meticulously, she dissects her main anemone, creating a clone. Her unique problem solving has allowed her to keep herself and her young alive for a few more days. Until she's ready to let them go. Climbs to the top of her coral home, she begins to release her tiny crablets into the current. A few at a time. Until all of them are independent. Thanks to her care and attention, she's given them the best start in life. The ocean may be vast, but still a dangerous place to be, especially when you're young. With that said, any more parents must teach the young the skills they need if they are to enjoy the ocean life. A Barnard's dolphin pod. Mostly moms wear calves. The cows are about a year old and still laying about the waist of the pod. And that's what the mothers are teaching them. What the wisdom so far is surfing. Also, getting a chance to meet other sea life. The cats are anxious to put their skills on something or someone. Now what's this? It's a fish. I don't know what they've seen before. This definitely draws the cow's attention from their moms. A puffer fish. A fish that blows itself up into a defensive puffball. It's quite irritated by the playful calves. The dolphin cat sees more as a toy than an actual warning sign. They clearly don't get the big picture. The adults finally step in. They try drawing the pufferfish away, even though it's in his puffball. The removal can be quite dangerous. The logical solution is to try swimming away. But the calves won't let the toy go. There you go. The calves still has learned to be on their own a year later. There's much to learn in the vast oceans that they have yet to explore. In colder oceans, seaweed serves as perfect nurseries for animal parents. These kelp forests allow you to blend into your environment as you cannot be seen from your enemies. The weedy sea dragon. A mythical looking creature. It's the master of camouflage in the cold oceans of Australia. For parenting, the father keeps the eggs safe. He carries the eggs on a specialized spongy brood pouch on the underside of his tail. The female transfers the eggs when it incubates and fertilizes them until they hatch. Not just relies on his responsibility as a true father. Even such weird creatures can become true parents. There is another common ocean animal that depends on the kelp forest as well. And they live here along the Alaskan coast. Sea otter mom and her pup. The pup is 4 weeks old and is the center of her mom's world. She's been cared by a single mom every day of the last month. Because despite being born in water, the pup doesn't have the coordination to swim. The other pups her age are starting swimming lessons. But with free transfer from mom, she's probably happy with where she is. She's a truly pampered pup. But grooming is important. By fluffing up her daughter's fur, it traps air next to her skin, giving her free insulation against its glacial water. Without it, she wouldn't last a day. All the daughter's needs are catered for, including full fat milk on tap. It will be 5 more months before daughter is fully weaned. It's a big energy drain on Mom, who badly needs to eat. But dying for food means leaving her daughter all alone and unprotected. Mom can't leave her daughter on land. The closest island is already occupied. And the shore is a no-go either. The mom's only option is to leave her daughter on the sea surface. But it's riskier. Bald eagles come here to fish, but really take an otter pup unattended. Despite the dangers, while her daughter is sound asleep, her mom grabs her chance. A sea star is the calorific meal she needs. A quick check of her daughter, and it's back for seconds. On this part of the coast, tides change quickly. The daughter is over 300 feet where her mom had left her. On her return, her mom finds her precious baby gone. She's getting frantic. Suddenly, a familiar call. Too close for comfort. Mom and daughter are safely reunited. The daughter will need to get used to life in the water. After scared of losing her, Mom has decided that from now on, it's boot camp for her, teaching her the ways of water. The process may take a while, but certainly will be worth it. In the mid-skeleton coast, it doesn't seem possible for life to exist here. And yet, a colony of Cape fur seals, around 4,000 of them, these marine mammals spend most of the year at sea. But in summer, females gather on land to give birth. And most males are here too. They turn us outside the beach into one noisy, chaotic seal hub. If one mom, after 8 months of pregnancy, a new life is about to begin. At last, her pup makes its entrance into the real world. A male, weighing about 15 pounds. In his first seconds, his senses are flooded by the valley colony around him. But his first real focus is on his mom. To her, it's love at first sight. She is naturally protective of her precious little baby. By giving his son his first wash, she takes on his unique smell. And the unique calls want to recognize each other because they climb out the colony. Until he can swim in 6 weeks' time, he's going to depend on her for food and protection. It's been a few weeks, and the pup is growing, well, quite a little bit. He's been constantly feeding on his mother's milk, which really helps put on a lot of weight. All that energy, he could definitely walk around. But now there's a problem. The mother's milk is in short supply. To restore it, she has to go out to sea and feed. Until she returns, her son must stay put. Alone for the first time. He desperately looks for her and immediately breaks the rule. Don't wander off. No other mom would care for him. It's a tough lesson to learn. You just don't want to get in the way of male seal's tail. But try over anyone who gets in their way. But there's also another danger to worry about too. A brown hyena. Stray pups are exactly what it's looking for. As the son ventures away from the colony, he becomes more vulnerable. In his garden, the hyena's sensual attention. Seeing a danger, he makes a break for it. His only solution is to get back into the colony. where chaos ensues. Every pup is accounted for. Sometimes you keep on pushing, but one is often exhausted and dehydrated. You clearly can't take it anymore. With an adult central bite, behind the checks in from mom. The son needs to hear more than ever. She hears her son's desperate cries. The son is safe for now. In the meantime, he will feed his mother's milk to keep on growing. It's exactly what you need after such a close encounter. But also, some mother's love.